chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Ball teed up, Austin Seibert out for the kick. And off we go from Dallas. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State fourth-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, well, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for. That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Handoff on second and short. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. From the gun is Prescott. Complete beyond the marker. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
First down, here's Dak. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
Yeah, you'd sure love to see a little more yardage when you get into the open field, but this offense, it will take a new set of downs with that toss run.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Completed over the middle. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First down from the red zone. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Dak throwing again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. To throw is Prescott. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness that's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Gay's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. But, man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL. That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And down he goes. The Cowboy defense gets it done. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Trying again following the sack. Brought in right side. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Now Daniels off the play action. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Daniels throwing on third. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. Dallas sending its offense out for the second time this game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. On first down, they'll run. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. All down by Dorrance Armstrong. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. His pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Hits him on the in route. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on 3rd down. Prescott here from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Give now to the running back. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound a defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Prescott will look to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Here's a give up the middle, and he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this third down. Prescott set to pass. Pressure's there, and the Commanders got him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Cowboys punting it away here on fourth, and it's the longtime vet Brian Anger on now. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their second drive. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock, because safety really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson.
Kate, you could just feel it, right? Right off the snap, you just got that sense at the line of scrimmage. When those big guys defensively win it right off the jump, right at the line of scrimmage down here at the goal line, well, they've got a chance to put 2 points on their ledger. That's well done by those big boys defensively.
So after the safety, we're going to see a free kick from the 20-yard line. So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing on first is Prescott. Escapes the pocket, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
This defense could not make a bigger statement out of the gate with this game. Man, the lead up to a ball game, trash talk. Right, things said in the paper, bulletin board material, whatever it is. This defense took something personal, Kate, and they are taking it out on this quarterback.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Now Prescott. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. From the gun is Prescott. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll go down here at the 16. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
Caught near the pylon. And now he's going to head out of bounds after a nice gain. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Now here's Prescott. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys widen their lead to 11 in the first. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a first down pass play can and certainly was effective.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys push the lead up to 12. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. This would be a good time for their first points of the game as they find themselves down a notable amount already in this opening quarter. From the gun, it's Robinson. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. He'll get this one to Brown. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Running it after the penalty. Eckler gets the 1st and more. Off to the races, middle of the field. At the 20. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders lower the deficit to a single possession. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Cowboys and running back Rico Dowdle back out now. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Dumped off to his running back. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Neither side separating much so far. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They'll have an easy 3rd and 1. And he'll get it up to the 44. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Back to the well again. He's contained at the line for no gain. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They give it to him again. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Only a couple of yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Setting up the screen. And he's brought down for a loss. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Brian Anger on now to punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Commanders' drive is going to start from deep on their own side of the field. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Throwing from near his own goal line. Flushed out of the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Daniels. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. And he gets it away from his end zone. Now he's going to fair catch this one, and they are loving this. A very short kick and some excellent field position for them. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer Bobby Wagner. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
Play action, Prescott. Bails out of the pocket quick. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here, and I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on 3rd down. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
On 4th down, Prescott's a throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
First and 10, Prescott. Throw complete to Lamb. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Working from the pistol, Prescott. It's taken in by Lamb. And he'll go down here at the 16. It's a gain of 4. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Tossing right to the short side. And he runs this down to around the 12-yard line. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Throw on 3rd down. The throw is caught. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. Gay's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Commanders set to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Daniels from the pistol. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That was Micah Parsons making that play.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Running left is Robinson. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
All right, Cowboys showing nickel set. 3rd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Ertz reels it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's calling for a fair catch, which is made at the 33-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. He'll cobble together a yard there. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Another carry for him. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this 1st half, and you better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
They'll go with another punt, which brings Brian Anger back to the field. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they've got a long field ahead of them to begin this drive. Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Staying with Robinson. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, it's Daniels. This ball's caught by McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's Robinson up the middle. Jukes out a one-stop. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And they make the tackle at the 38. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
And he ranges forward to the 31 before they bring him down. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
2nd and 3 now. From the 31. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Able to hit Robinson. Complete. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Commanders, with an extra moment to decide whether to go for it or not. Less than a yard needed here on 4th. Throwing now, needing a first. That's cut beyond the marker. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
This one's caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Robinson has the Washington touchdown. The Commanders earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Seibert now to add the extra point. And he hits the extra point. A little surprised they wouldn't go for two in the tie, but at least he made it, so the lead falls to a single point. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Turpin with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cowboys returning their offense and this running back to the field. And clinging to this 1-point lead, Brock. Probably don't want to risk too much here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Into traffic, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Prescott here from the gun. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. Ferguson's got it, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Gay's kick is good. And that'll push their lead to 4.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. A final throw before the break. Able to find Ertz. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. So we've hit the end of 2. The Cowboys fighting to the halftime lead here in Dallas. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was the veteran quarterback Dak Prescott who had it working in the first half. He connected on a touchdown pass in that first half, and that's a big part of why his guys lead at the break. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Commander offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. He's on the move. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Play fake here, Daniels. Has a man, it's Brown. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's enough for a 1st down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field and tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple, and he's someone you can depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Now Daniels off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Now here he goes. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Daniels. That's caught at the 4. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain, and boy, does he know how to operate in it.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Once more, it's Robinson. And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. Stopped for no gain, and it leaves them 6 yards out on 3rd and goal.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage. Daniels,
3rd and goal. On the move, headed right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
There's just certain times you get a feel, right, Kate? You do this long enough, you kind of get a sense and just know these two teams are going to be fighting and clawing for that lead. And that sack, well, for me now, you can't afford to go for it. We'll put some points on the board and salvage what was a promising drive.
On comes Austin Seibert and the Commanders' field goal unit to try this on 4th down. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Piniero's kick is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Turpin with a return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. 1st and 10, Prescott. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Dak off the play fake. It's taken in by Lamb. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Off the play fake, it's Prescott. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they had that one contained right at the line. All down by Dorrance Armstrong.
Look at the quarterback's eyes. He's looking. He's trying to find a lane of some kind, but there was nowhere to go. And he was lucky to get back to the line before that defense closed in.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Escapes out to the left. He's running for it. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. The running back gets it on the draw. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That's pretty much textbook defense right there and how to stop a draw play. Guys near the line, keeping their eyes in the backfield, and then you collapsed all running lanes as soon as he got the ball.
Back-to-back carries here. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. It's a gain of 4, and they're going to need twice that now on 3rd and 8.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Drops back. Needs an open man.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. This 32 yards out on the right hash. Gay's kick is good. And that'll push their lead to 4.
Well, when we start discussing who their most dependable scorer is in this game, I don't think it's one of these skill guys, not even the quarterback, who comes to my mind first. I'm going to bring up this kicker. He's now a perfect 4 for 4 on field goals and contributing big time to this lead.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And he's brought down for a loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Daniels from the pistol. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Forced out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it.
You know, sometimes, Kate, that pocket could be a lonely place. You're searching and searching for an escape valve, and there's none to be had. That time, nowhere to go, and he was lucky to get back to the line before the defense swarmed him.
So out now comes the punter. It'll be Tress Way doing the honors. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense more good numbers well into this 2nd half. Throwing on first is Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again following the sack. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Dak now from the gun. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
The give here on second. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Now Dak to throw. Has it down close. And in for the Dallas touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys drive their lead to 11. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And the Commanders will have a first.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They're set up at the 35 now. Daniels on first down. He'll get this one to Brown. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Catch is made in close. And that's a Washington touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
The Commanders leaving their offense on the field. We got a 2-point try coming up. Again, Daniels to the air. He has it. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. All right, partner, let's be clear. No one sends their offense out for 2 saying, hey, I want you to throw a check down to the back.
Never seen it in any playbook, Kate.
But sometimes you're left with no choice once the play begins, right?
That's right. When your top options disappear, just get in somebody's hand. Keep the play alive. But the defense, well, they did their part.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Turpin with a return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. First down, here's Dak. He goes back to him yet again, complete.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Play action, Prescott. He rolls to his right. Now he takes it, and he slides down with enough to pick up that first. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
On first down, they'll run. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Back to the well again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They've got first down from the 31. They give it to him again. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Benjamin St-Juste getting up to end that play. 3 quarters in the books from this one. The Cowboys have it with a lead, but the win's not secure just yet. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 27. Looking. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Lone back gets the handoff. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Stopped at the line, and that forces them into a 4th and long.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force 4th and long.
So a big kick coming up for Brandon Aubrey. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the fourth quarter when it really matters.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Commanders all set to regain possession. First and 10 now from the 30. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Play fake here, Daniels. Dump off caught by his back. And this one does not go far.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. 16 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains, and it's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now Daniels off the play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Brought in close to the 8. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
They need the end zone here. They've got 4 chances at it. This is 1st and goal. Man in motion, out of the slot. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Just 1 yard on the run. Still in good shape, though, with 2nd and goal from the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now pitch it to Robinson. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
Running with Robinson. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Commanders down by only 2 in the 4th. Lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
And now the Commanders face a very important 2-point attempt. They're going to try and run for it. And he gets into the end zone. This one all tied up here in the 4th quarter. No dice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the 2-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot. And who knows, maybe we'll have a 2-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Short kick gathered in at the 15. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Hits him on the out route. And this one doesn't go far.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 38. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10, Prescott. Escapes the pocket.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 48. That one's complete, right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Caught by his back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake, it's Prescott. Headed out right. He's keeping it.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Tossing right to the short side. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take a 4th quarter lead. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front. Receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. He cuts it to the right sideline. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. On 1st down, here's Daniels. He's on the move. He's on the move. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
They put a receiver in motion here left. On 2nd down, Robinson. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Cut near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Short side option here. He's running left. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Daniels, 3rd and goal. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Out of the gun, Daniels. Bails out of the... And they will score! Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders now trailed by just a point in the 4th. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Well, Brock, not the way I imagine it was designed there on 4th and goal, but I don't think these coaches cared how he got the job done. Just make sure you get in for 6.
Yeah, really just 2 options here as the game speeds up down there, right? Find a throwing lane and execute quickly, or you better escape and make it happen with your legs. He didn't get the throwing lane, the coverage he wanted, so a great decision. You cannot hesitate. You got to go for it, and he sure did, and use that athleticism for 6.
The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Returning from the 18-yard line. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one hits for 30. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it, right? Look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Dak off the play fake. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Dak throwing again. Hits his running back. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Another throw for Prescott. That's caught at the 4. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Working inside the red zone. And he will score. It's a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. The Commanders and running back Austin Eckler headed back to the field. And we've seen some matching touchdowns as of late, so the scoring coming at a good clip, Brock. Let's see if they can keep this up.
You know what's fun, Kate? After all of these years, I have friends that are offensive guys and friends that are defensive guys. And my friends watching this one offensively love it. The defensive guys, they're climbing up their walls.
Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. Buys time, rolling right. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Looking to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Turpin with a return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Setting up to pass. Throw complete to Lamb. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running. Here he is to throw. Stay. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
It's taken in by Lamb. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. Brian Anger, the one to send it away. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And the fair catch secured here at the 16. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Commanders will go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. Still one more in their pocket to use. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. Daniels on 1st down. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. An option give to Robinson. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. It's a 21-yard gain. And the Commanders will have a first.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. And because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Throw complete to Eckler.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Into traffic, complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Again, Daniels to the air. He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Time we offered some serious blanket praise for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws. This is going to be one tomorrow, one fun tape to watch, because 6 sacks, it's hard to come by in this league.
All right, here we go. Second down. Trying again following the sack. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain that time, and they'll have 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Commanders take the lead in this game. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. Well, all reviews in overtime have to come from the officials, and we have one coming here. They want one more look at that play. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the gun is Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Big moment here in overtime. 4th down, and the offense is out there. They're going for it. Here's Prescott. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets him 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he's taken down at the 30. 16 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
1st and 10, Prescott. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. It's caught, Ferguson. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Dak now from the gun. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys get it down to a single point. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys bring it back to even. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The offense getting set to go. And after some momentum was wrestled away by that last touchdown drive, Brock, the pressure is on them to respond here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Daniels now. Completed over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Another carry for Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Staying with Robinson. Space to the left. And he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. That's that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down, and he made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly, but he sure made that one look routine.
So big kick coming up for Austin Seibert. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And they only needed to set him up with a shot to connect and win it with 3, and his aim was true to make it happen and put an end to this competitive ball game. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Commanders as we say so long from Dallas.